Good morning, students. In the previous class, we have discussed about transcription in prokaryotes. Now, in this class, we are going to discuss about transcription in eukaryotes. You know that the process of synthesis of RNA from DNA is known as transcription. And transcription in eukaryotes given on your NCERT book of class 12, page number 110. So, let us see transcription in eukaryotes. You know there are two strands of DNA, template strand and coding strand. Okay, and out of two, only one strand participating transcription, that is known as template strand. Okay, the same diagram given in your NCERT book. So you can see the diagram. Okay, suppose that this strand, that is red in color, having 3 to 5, that is template strand, and the other green one, that is 5 to 3, that is known as the coding strand. And a new RNA synthesized, in which direction? 5 to 3 direction. And a new RNA synthesized in the 5 to 3 direction with the help of an enzyme known as RNA polymerase. Okay, so suppose that this is the RNA synthesized. Suppose that this is the 3 to 5, so RNA synthesized from 5 to 3 direction with the help of which enzyme? RNA polymerase enzyme. So this is the RNA polymerase that synthesizes a new strands of RNA. Okay, in the 5 to 3 direction, and this RNA is known as mRNA. And you know there are two regions in eukaryotic mRNA, that is known as coding and non-coding regions. Okay, coding and non-coding regions. Coding regions known as exons, and non-coding region is known as introns. For example, this red one represents the non-coding regions. That means these are the introns. So let us see. This green one represents coding region, that is known as exon. Okay. This red one is intron. Again, this is the exon coding region, and this is the intron. Again, this is the exon, and this is the intron. So how many total exons? 3, and introns also 3. Let us see. So let's see, after the transcription, this mRNA falls off, and it has polarity 5 to 3. It has polarity 5 to 3. This mRNA synthesized by the RNA polymerase, second in case of eukaryotes. Okay, so let us see. This is the mRNA synthesized by RNA polymerase, second in case of eukaryotes. Okay, so these are the introns region. The red one represents the intron region. This is the intron. This is also intron, and this is also intron region. Okay, so in case of eukaryotic mRNA, this mRNA synthesized known as primary transcript. What is primary transcript? This is known as primary transcript. What is primary transcript? The RNA synthesized after the transcription known as primary transcript. And this is the exon region, that is coding region. This is the intron region. Again, this is the exon region, exon. Again, this is the intron. This is again exon, and this is the intron. In case of prokaryotes, the mRNA consists of only coding region, that is exons only. But in case of eukaryotic mRNA, there are two regions, coding and non-coding. The coding region is known as exons, and the non-coding region known as introns. So, in case of eukaryotic also, there are certain modification takes place after the transcription in the mRNA, that is primary transcript. That modification known as post-transcriptional modification. And there are 3 stages in post-transcription modification. The first one is known as the capping. The first one is known as the capping, second one is known as the tailing, also known as polyadenylation, and third one is known as the splicing. Okay, splicing. So let us see the first step, that is capping. What is capping? In this step, the methylated guanosine triphosphate, is added at the 5' end of eukaryotic mRNA. So this is the methylated guanosine triphosphate which will add as reaching 5' end. That is known as the capping. So there is addition of, what is capping? The process of addition of methylated guanosine triphosphate to the 5' end of eukaryotic mRNA is known as the capping. So let us see capping. You will add this methylated guanosine triphosphate to the 5' end of the eukaryotic mRNA first. Rest structure will be same. Okay, these are what? These are the intron. Okay, this is also intron. Okay, and this is also intron. Okay, you will add this methylated guanosine triphosphate to the 5' end. This is the 5'. There is an addition of methylated guanosine triphosphate to the 5' end of the eukaryotic mRNA. This is known as capping. Capping means something will add to the 5' end of the eukaryotic mRNA, and this methylated guanosine triphosphate protects from the various harmful enzymes in case of eukaryotic living organism. Let us see the next step, that is known as the tailing. Tailing also known as polyadenylation. In this step, the addition of 200 to 300 adenylate residues takes place at the 3' end of eukaryotic mRNA. This is the 3'. From the 3', about 200 to 300 adenylate residues, or you can say adenylate acid, added to the 3' end of the eukaryotic mRNA. So a chain of about 200 to 300, about, you can say adenylate residues, about 200 to 300 residues. This adenylate will add to the 3' end, that is known as tailing. So again we will draw the same diagram, and we will add the tail, that is 200 to 300 adenylate residues to the 3' end of the eukaryotic mRNA. Okay, so then we will add this tail, that is about 200 to 300 adenylate residues to the 3' end. This is the 3' end, and this is the 5' end. 5' end, this is earlier you have already added methylated guanosine triphosphate. So this is the capping and tailing. Rest structure will be same. This is the introns. This is again introns. Okay, and this is again introns. And the last step is post-translation modification, is the splicing. In this step, the introns are removed with the help of a special protein known as SNRP. SNRP stands for small nucleotide ribonucleoproteins, and these SNRPs binds to the intron region and splice out the introns, and the matured mRNA only exons are present. So let us see this SNRP shown by this round shape structure. This is the SNRP, a special protein that binds to the intron region and remove the introns. Okay, so see the next diagram. This intron, this SNRP binds to the eukaryotic mRNA to the intron region, and it spliced out, or you can say remove the introns from the eukaryotic mRNA. So this is the introns. The red one is the introns. This is the intron. Okay, and this is again intron. And this is again introns. How many total introns? 3. These are the non-protein that are not required for the translation. Okay, and this is the methylated guanosine triphosphate. The methylated guanosine triphosphate that will added already in the capping step. And this special protein will bind at the introns. It will remove the introns from the eukaryotic mRNA, or you can say from the primary transcript. And this is the tail. This is the tail. This is the tail. At last, in the final state, okay, you can see at last state the introns will removed. You can continue the diagram downside. At last step, introns are removed. That means how many total introns will remove? 3 introns. That means I1 plus I2 plus I3. How it is I1 I2? Suppose that this is the I1 first intron, this is the second intron, this is the third intron. So 3 introns removed, and in the matured RNA, how many exons are joined? Only 2 exons are joined by the enzyme ligase. This is the 2 exons. Exons are joined and the length of mRNA reduced because extra stretch of the non-coding region removed. And this is the processed mRNA. After the post-translation modification, that mRNA produced known as processed mRNA. Processed mRNA. So this is the processed mRNA, or you can say nascent mRNA. Sorry, processed mRNA. Processed mRNA. What is processed mRNA? This processed mRNA does not contain the non-coding region. It only contains the coding region, that is exons. So earlier there are 2 exons present. The 2 exons are joined with the help of ligase. And finally, this is the matured eukaryotic mRNA. So this is all about transcription in eukaryotes. This modification not found in prokaryotes because in case of prokaryotes the DNA is circular and there is no need of post-transcription modification found in prokaryotes like bacteria. Now let us see the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. There are certain differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. So you can differentiate easily when you know all the steps found in prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. You know the first difference. In case of prokaryotes, the transcription occurs inside the cytoplasm. Prokaryotic transcription. Prokaryotic transcription. Prokaryotic transcription. And second one is eukaryotic transcription. Prokaryotic transcription and eukaryotic transcription. The first difference, in prokaryotes, transcription occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Occurs inside the cytoplasm of the cell. Cytoplasm of the cell. In case of eukaryotes, occurs inside the nucleus of the cell. Inside the nucleus of the cell. The second difference, in prokaryotic transcription, it requires only one RNA polymerase, but it requires 3 RNA polymerase having different functions. Requires only one RNA polymerase. Requires only one RNA polymerase. That inside all kinds of RNA, either mRNA, tRNA, or rRNA. But in case of eukaryote, it requires 3 types of RNA. Requires 3 types of RNA polymerase. Requires 3 types of RNA polymerase, represented by RNA polymerase first, second, and third. RNA polymerase first synthesize, okay, 28S rRNA, okay, 28S rRNA and 5.8S rRNA, 8S rRNA and 28S, 5.8S and 18S rRNA. Ribosomal RNA. The function of the RNA polymerase first. RNA polymerase second synthesize mRNA. mRNA and also synthesize snRNA, small nuclear RNA. Sorry, hnRNA, heterogeneous nuclear RNA. And the RNA polymerase third synthesize three things, that is transfer RNA, okay, snRNA, SN stands for small nuclear RNA, and 5S rRNA. So this is all about transcription in eukaryotes and the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. Some more difference. The third one, in case of prokaryote, the mRNA is polycystonic. It has polycystonic mRNA. Polycystonic mRNA. That means a number of structural genes present to synthesize the protein. But in case of eukaryote, they have monocystonic mRNA. They have monocystonic mRNA. So these are the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription. Okay. In the next class, we will discuss about the genetic code. Thank you.